Hi everyone, this is my deuterium depleted water that I have purchased for my next experiment. As you can see, it's from a company called Clarivia, if I've pronounced that correctly. It's from Bucharest, a lab that actually produces this water, which can be used for medical purposes. There are studies showing that heavy water high in deuterium can be linked to depressive disorders and certain diseases. So it makes sense that, or if you understand how it works, it makes sense that if you consume deuterium depleted water, that can help those conditions associated with high deuterium. And one thing that of interest to me is that cancer is very sensitive to deuterium, and the water in the mitochondrial matrix with cancer is usually high deuterium. So it's been shown that if you consume deuterium depleted water, this is 25 parts per million. So you need some deuterium because that's what makes water. It's two hydrogen isotopes, H2O. So you have protium and you have deuterium as the stable isotopes of hydrogen, and then you have so here we have the chemical composition of this water. As you can see, it doesn't have any nitrate or nitrite there. And you can just see the composition of the minerals and the pH, which is, as most water, it's pretty neutral. This whole thing of alkaline water is a load of nonsense, so I don't subscribe to that theory. But this is completely different. This is deuterium depleted water. And so yeah, you can see it comes from this source in Romania, and then it's depleted of deuterium to 25 parts per million in the lab. So it's won a few awards, and as I say, they use this for medical purposes. It's been shown that it can at least halt the growth of tumors and perhaps shrink tumors as well, alongside other methods. Other methods that can deplete deuterium, such as a well-formulated ketogenic diet, and certain drugs as well, non-toxic drugs. You could also, I guess you could fast and drink deuterium depleted water. That could be something worth looking at. I will be doing an experiment drinking all these bottles of water. I've got 48, as I said. I'll be drinking 48 of these 500 milliliter bottles over the course of, I think it will take me around 11 to 12 days if I drink around 4 bottles a day. And I want to see how I react to it and how I feel. And unfortunately, I don't have a scan coming up for a while, not till September. So I couldn't really assess that way just what's going on. I have special MRI scans for my head that will determine the tumor environment, what's going on there in terms of the signaling activity, because at the moment I have no active cancer, but it would be very interesting to see how this ingestion of this water over a period of time, if you were to do it every day alongside other therapies would change those scans, if at all. So yeah, very interesting. I'd like to see how it affects my seizure activity as well, which I have under control over with the ketogenic diet, but I still have some little seizure activity, which can be bothersome throughout the day. But if I was to consume this every day, it'd be interesting just to see how that affects me. I know that electrolytes and water consumption, whether high or low or carbonated, can affect me, can affect that seizure activity. So it'd be very interesting to see how deuterium depleted water affects that activity. I think that would be fascinating to look at. And not many people seem to be doing this, which is probably because this water is quite expensive, and not many people know about the deuterium connection with cancer. And I think it's huge. I think this is something we need a lot more research into. So I hope you can stay up to date with my upcoming experiment. I'll be starting this probably towards the end of next week, and I will be documenting my findings. If you have anything you would like me to look at, particularly to to assess the efficacy of this approach and to document just how effective what I'm doing may be, please let me know in the comments. Thank you. Bye-bye.